Okay, this frame is made of 8 metal rods, okay, and the metal rods come in packs of 4, okay. So there's 4 lengths that are 6 meters and 4 lengths that are 10 meters. Okay. Now the only way this will work is if you've got the square base being 6 meters. Okay. So you've got 4 of these, and then the edges here then going along the slant are 10 meters. That's the only way it will work. If you did it the other way round, okay, you'd have a base where 10 meters. Okay, and then these edges would be 6 meters. They wouldn't actually be able to meet up. They wouldn't be long enough, if you think about that clearly, if you had the base here to be using the 10 meter rods. Okay, so you've got to have the shorter ones on the base, longer ones then on the slant. Okay, so they're asking us to calculate the angle between the diagonal BD and the rod DP. So if I draw in the diagonal BD and the rod DP, so this angle here, essentially. Okay, now in order to work out that angle, right, we need to sort of look for a right angle triangle, and the way I go about that is I draw a line down to the center of the pyramid, okay, and that would create then a right angle there, yeah, because this is the vertical height right up to the apex of that pyramid. So they're asking for this angle here. We can use this triangle to help us. Now the good thing is I know that this is 10 meters, yeah? Okay. If I can find another side of that triangle, then I can work out the angle, because I only need 2 sides to work out the angle using SOHCAHTOA. But I actually can work out a side. I can actually work out this side here, can't I? Because if you look here at this large triangle, okay, it is right angle, okay, so I can use Pythagoras to work out the full diagonal. So once I've worked out the diagonal, I can then halve it to work out this part here, which is obviously halfway across the diagonal. So Pythagoras, of course, a squared b squared is c squared, so 6 squared add 6 squared is c squared. Okay, so if I do that, I get 72 here, of course. The c squared, to get c then I need to square root 72, and I get 8.48 or 8.5 when I square root that, okay? So 8.5, now what I need to do now, of course, is halve that to work out this length here. So if I just divide my answer on the calculator by 2, I get 3 root 2, it says. Okay, you could even write that in if you want to do 3 root 2. Okay, put in a bracket there to represent that length. And then I could work out that angle x now with this upright triangle. So with the upright triangle, notice now that's my hypotenuse, longest side, and then opposite here, the angle here, and then my adjacent here. Okay, now if I call that angle x, notice that I know the adjacent and I know the hypotenuse, so it's going to be SOHCAHTOA, it's going to be car, isn't it? Because it's got a and h in, so cos of x will equal to then, well, a over h, so 3 root 2 over h, which is 10. To get x then, of course you take the cos over to cos inverse 3 root 2 over 10, and then you can get your answer just by typing that in. And I get 64.9 degrees to 1 decimal place.